Hey guys, so as most of you know by now, I got to play with Sunday this past week, which was amazing. And a lot of you guys have been asking about the murder mystery map and kind of the mechanics behind it. So I thought it would be fun to do a quick tutorial. This is my first one, so bear with me, but I'm going to go through 3 mechanics that are really cool and will take your map to the next level. Let's check them out. So the first mechanic that I'm going to talk to you guys about is this one right here. And a problem that I've found with murder mystery maps is it's hard because you either have to put out numerous maps that have different player counts, or you just have to have like an 8-player map and hope that you guys can have 8 players on it. So what I did was you can choose players, and if I hit that 5, only 5 of these rooms are going to open up. See how there's a black wall that's going to cut you off from the other 3. So I'll show you how it works really quickly. So we'll go with number 6. If we have 6 players, I'm going to hit that. This opens up so that you can now get in, and now that black wall isn't there. And that right there is your 6th door. So if I want 8, I'll click 8 right there, and then I can come up here and all 8 doors are open. You're just going to want to make sure that you keep your murder weapon and your kill weapon in the first 5 doors, because that's the minimum amount of players you can have, and then keep these for ammo shells. So let me show you the back end of how we actually do that. So the way we actually do that is we set up some music sequencers right here, and I'll show you guys the setting right here. Looping off, tempo, we wanted to go pretty quick, so we went higher in that. And then trigger type, trigger, start sequence when receiving from channel 8. So I made it easy and just put channel 8 as 8 players, so I know this is the one that has to do with if I click 8 players, when this sequences, it's gonna work. So what we have here is, right here we have channel 5, which is this barrier right here. So every single one is going to have channel 5, because when it sequences, it's going to have to click through, because you want that door to open. But for channel 8, we're going to want 1, 2, I think 3 extra ones. And we'll say this is going to trigger channel 8. This is going to trigger channel 7, because you don't just want 7 or 8 to open. You want 7 and 6 to open, because if you just had 8 open, you'd still have 2 walls in between. And for channel 6, you just want channel 5 and channel 6. And then once that's set up, you'll make sure that these black walls, all they are barriers. So if I go down through here, this is channel 6. So this is the 6-player wall right here. So if I go down in here, I just want to make sure that it's black so you can't see through or anything, because I don't want to confuse anyone. And then the main thing after you make sure your measurements are correct is you want to make sure the channel lines up. And that's honestly pretty simple. That's the first mechanic that I have going. We'll move on to the next one. The next mechanic I have is, as soon as everyone picks their weapons, the person in the far left door hits this button and everyone gets launched into the map. I really like this because it's a creative way to get people into the map after they pick their weapons. And basically the way you do this is you do that channel button again, your trigger, and you do these settings right here. And then the biggest thing is transmit on channel 10. And you can do different channels, but channel 10 is the one I chose. And then underneath every single, you can kind of see it right here, underneath every single floor is a bomb trigger. And I have this big thing right here, structure damage needs to be, I put it at 450 because walls and floors take 400 damage, so I just put it 50 over just in case. Damage indestructible buildings, health doesn't really matter, make sure your knockback is low so it doesn't make people fly up in the air. And then all the way down, explode when receiving from channel 10. So as soon as someone hits this button, underneath every single floor, this is gonna go off. and I'll show you it right now. So once I've gotten my chest, I'm going to click here, drop down, and boom, I am in the map. And when you have all 8 people going, it's a lot of fun. The next mechanic we're going to talk about is one of the coolest. It is the coin mechanic that unlocks doors. So in game, you cannot go through that barrier right there until you get 10 coins. And as soon as you collect 10 coins, you can go through and you can collect a gun to fight back against the murderer. You can use this in a bunch of different game modes, whether it's murder mystery or just an adventure mode where you have to advance to the next level. Basically, you want to set it down and go in, and you want it to only count for 1 point. Ambient audio I turned off just because I don't want it to be too easy to find them. Collecting team all. What this means is anyone can collect the coin and it's going to count towards that person. Consume if collected by anyone. That's really important for murder mystery, because if I want only 10 coins to unlock and they're working as a team to do it, I could literally run over it and then it would still be there for the next team if it was not anyone, if it was team or self. So anyone is really important, along with visible to opposing team until collected. And then for when collected, transmit on, you want to put channel 1 or whatever your designated channel is. We're going to use channel 1. And then you come in to your barrier. You want it to be translucent, but you could also do that black color or whatever else you'd like. Base visible in game off, enabled, block weapons in game. We honestly just need the small little opening, but you could have a bigger wall. And then enable when receiving from no channel, disable when receiving from channel 4. So the reason why it's not channel 1 is because there's a little side runaround that we have to do. So instead of just communicating to this barrier right here, when I collect this coin, it's actually going to communicate to this guy right over here. This guy is another music sequencer, so when I collect a coin, boom, yeah, it makes noise. So when I collect a coin, that's where that channel 1 is. Channel 1 is where your coin was. You start the sequence when receiving from, stop sequence when receiving from channel 3. So as soon as I hit this, it goes through, but it stops as soon as it hits this guy, which is channel 3. And the reason why that's important is because we want it to hit that 9 times. So you put times can trigger 9. And after the 9th time, this guy will break and it will stop sending it back to the music sequencer, and it will go all the way through. And on the final time, we have this guy set to channel 4, which, if you remember, that's what our barrier was set to. So that's what's going to turn off our barrier. And then something really cool that I did not add until Sunday and all the guys actually played one round is this music sequencer right here. Is we just went ahead and added a little extra length to this, and as soon as it breaks through that one and unlocks the door, it also hits this, which goes through and plays a fun tune, which I think was a really nice touch. And then over here we have this set up the exact same as that, but instead of hitting a trigger, we have it hitting a little tune. So as soon as, I'll show you the actual settings, channel 1, channel 3, and you collect a coin, which is channel 1, boom, it makes a noise. So 1 coin all the way through 9 coins, and then on the 10th coin you collect it, and then it makes this sound. And so everyone on the map knows that those doors are going to be open. Well, there you go. Those are the 3 big mechanics behind our murder mystery map. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button and sub as always, and let me know in the comments what you want to see for our next video. Also, huge shout out to Gamerz, as he helped me a ton on this map. See you guys next time.